Happy August 6th, man. Can you guys believe the summer is cruising by? Well, it's another Wednesday night, and I'm lucky to be here with you guys. So what's shaking, you guys? It's 10 o'clock here in broadcasting live out of good old Detroit, Michigan, and I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care. So thanks for being here, you guys. Hope you're doing well, and we'll let everybody fill up. And I got a whole bunch of stuff out here tonight that I want to show you. So thanks for joining, man. I'm just clicking around on my computer over here, you guys. I swear, every time that I go to do a live, I always want to read my, what do you call it? My news feed, or my, my live feed. There we go. But it, changes. Good old Instagram, good old Meta. Denver, how are you? Big city in the house. What's up, you guys? What's going on with Baylor? Happy August to you guys, and I hope all is well. Did you guys have a good time at the, card show? Did you guys head out to the what do I call it? The card extravaganza? The nationals, what I'm trying to say. I think I got there we go. that gotta clean it up. So good to see you guys, and thanks for taking the time to tune in tonight. I'm not looking the wrong way. I just gotta read my questions over here, you guys. I can see them a little bit better. No. So the answer is no. I got a question about a Stranger Thing card. But if the Stranger Thing card is like a Topps Chrome or a Panini card or something like that, of course, you guys, I can give you tips on it. And it's like, I'll give you guys a tip. It's dark looking in here, right? Because like when I work on cards, I got a lot of lights going on. It gives me like a better view. And since I'm not here just to impress you guys, I'm here to teach you, because you're the best customers in the world. I got to show you real close of what is going on, so you guys can see the results or the technique or whatever. And that's what I do here every Wednesday night on my live show. I jump on here because I like to do card care live without having to edit it and put it all together, and be able to answer your questions and just be able to share tips for those of you that enjoy this craft, and there's a lot of you, man, because I can't thank you guys enough for keeping us so busy. I feel like Groundhog's Day and a good day. I wake up, talk about cards all day long, make a bunch of products, do a bunch of orders, and work on cards and keep pushing myself. So thank you guys for the motivation and the support. You guys send me cool pictures. Do you notice that I got better, you guys? Well, I can tell you, I didn't get better. Michelle got better at telling me to get out of the way. Michelle's been grabbing at our company, the customer feedback and making the nice customer feedback stuff. So thank you, Shell, for that. And I promise that I will. I love seeing all the cool results and all the good stuff you guys send me. So thank you so much. I show my kids, I show my wife, because it's family business over here. So it's kind of I love doing the card care videos. You guys are showing you the product, or showing you how to do stuff. But when we make this, or when I'm making card spray or card polish, I feel kind of the chef in me is presenting what we make to you. So the fact that you guys love it and do such great work with it, it's awesome. So thanks for always showing me, man. So let's get going, man. I got a lot of stuff to go do tonight. Let me tell you, so you can decide if you want to hang up or keep going. I'll give you options. You can bail here real quick if it's no good. Here's what we're doing. Corners and edges on a modern football card. I don't even know the make of the card. I just like the way it looked. It was Aiden Hutchinson. He's one of our Lions. One of our Detroit Lions. I like it because it was canvas looking. Chronicles. I don't know. It's got dinged up corners and edges, so I thought of you guys. So we'll do that. This one, Jackson Holiday Chrome rookie, has a dent in the back. I don't know where I put the slip. It was I got this as a PSA 6, and it has a dent in the back. I'll show you guys. So I'm going to soak it, and then we'll do a modern card soak tonight. So we'll do this, and then I'm not going to be able to dry it in time, but I want to start the project tonight, and I want to do some drying techniques with the heat press, because soaking a modern era card to get a dent out works incredibly freaking well when it works. But I hate, I'm sorry to sound like a complainer, but I hate waiting for them to dry for so long, honestly. And then I'm always paranoid, and I'm always checking it. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way. I mean, but so like, I want to try to be able to get a modern card wet, fix it, and dry it better. So here we go. I did get some interesting stuff at the National, you guys. I'll show you tonight too. All right. Yeah, I'll show you guys tonight. So this one's cool. Then I want to do a Pokemon recovery stuff. Then I got another graded card that I popped open today. One of these. Because I always like the way they look, and I never owned one. I bought a PSA 7, so I'll show you that, all right? And then I got a couple 90s basketball cards. You know, we'll have fun. My mom would call it a smorgasbord. I don't know if that's like, I don't know if that's just a word my mom made up or something, but it's like a smorgasbord, as she would call it. So, no, man, love you guys too, dude. Thanks for being like the best, man. I appreciate it. And hey, and also, if anybody has any questions on how to use anything, make sure you guys visit my website, kurtzcardcare.com. Click on the type of card you collect at the top. It's very easy. It's very noticeable. It will say modern era cards, vintage cards, or TCG. All you got to do is touch one of those buttons and you'll get a sweet drop-down, comprehensive drop-down, telling you what to do and what not to do. So you guys make sure you visit that, all right? Because I know that sometimes I cover a lot of details on here. And you might be like, do I supposed to remember all this? No, you don't have to remember it all. But the more you watch it and the more you work with your hands and the more you clean cards, you'll get comfortable. And you probably won't need a list anymore or whatever, but I want you to know that you have that, okay? You know, so anyway, hey, I like that. I got a word. It's a word used here in England, smorgasbord. That's awesome. I'm going to tell my mom that she's not the only one in the world that uses that word. All right, you guys. Well, peace and love. Let's get busy. Let's have some fun here, all right? So let's do some corner stuff first, all right? Oh, you guys, yeah, the National. It's coming to Detroit. You guys come. I was thinking, you guys, I'll ask my wife if it's cool, and I'm going to have all you guys come over and stay at my house, all right? So, like, we'll just all hang out here. We'll have, like, card cleaning parties, and then we'll go to the National together. And I was thinking, like, we could do it at, like, we'll get, like, some limos or something cool. You know? I want to go big, and I'm going to have all my card care buddies come over, and we'll go to the National when it's in Detroit. Damn right. Tailgate at my house. That's right, baby. You guys come. We'll have a good time. So, all right. So, guys, let me just get busy on this. So, I'll never... Yes, Denver, you bring your drums, and we're going to have a party. It's going to be a good time. It will be like all the collectors, but the conditions are you got to have like this is like you got to have one of these to get into the party. I'll be like, "You cool?" And you'll be like, "Dude, check it out." I'll be like, "Yep, come on in. You're cool." I need Red Bull, Diet Cokes, coffees. That's exactly right. You guys know I'm thirsty. So speaking of that, we got Diet Coke in the house tonight. Cheers to all my friends. Bring your air guitars. Dude, you see how fun my parties are, you guys? It's like you guys know me. See, that's why I want you to come. I don't like doing shit alone. I want you guys to come join me. All right. My wife came with me to the National, which I love because I like going and I enjoy looking at all the stuff. And I'm like a weird person to hang out with, man. Like I can like go there and like stay and look at every damn thing. And I'll tell you what, my wife doesn't say one thing about it. She's just like awesome. And I realize that I'm very one-track mind, and I'm like, I want to go find this, and where was this table? When was this? When was this? And she hangs. I took my boys last year. Now they are twins, and they're 13. And, you know, like, you know how that went. You know, so they did their best. You know, so here's what I'm noticing. Just the typical stuff. I don't know if I can fix this, you guys. I grabbed this at the last minute this morning, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if the paint's chipped off or what. But I like the way it looks. That's why, you know, that's one of the reasons that I collect cards. It's not so basic. I like the way it looks. And I like Aiden Hutchinson, so I was like, ooh, I like this one. Looks cool. And then it was like $1, or it was in the cheapo bin. But I was like, man, I gotta pick it up. And then, of course, after I looked at it, I'm like, oh, I know why it's in the cheapo bin. It's beat up. So if you guys want to do some corner stuff, let me just give you a quick demo here. We'll do it. So naturally, like, I want you to do this. Get a firm surface to work on because you don't need to put a card mat down when you're doing corner work because you'll, like, push into it. It's not what you want to do, all right? What I think we should do here first is I put some card spray down in case I need it. Let's do one together. So you guys, because sometimes I can bounce around. So just let's. I need to chill out. Let's do this. We'll do this side. Let me give all my friends a good view. It looks like it's just turned up. I don't think it's chipped off. So let's give this one a try. It looks punched. Is that a good view for you guys? So there we go. All right. yeah. I got with Baylor said, if you guys are going to come to the tailgate party and you guys are going to participate with all adult beverages, nothing good happens with card care, I'm sure, after adult beverages. Trust me with that. You're going to have to take my word on it, but I haven't had I quit the adult beverages almost 7 years ago. All right, you guys. So I can tell you this. I was no good at card care with those. So you have fun and be responsible. But yeah, put the card care stuff away if you're going to come to the card care party. If once the card care party turns into the tailgate party, you got to put the expensive stuff away. That would be sweet, dude. You guys, I'm not joking around. We got to do something fun for the National. I got a couple years to plan. So what I want to do is touch this corner, and I want you to see it. And that's why you guys all came to the live show. Let's be a good cameraman, Kurt. So that means get everything in the frame. I want to get this detail swab a little bit wet with card spray. It's just this. If you guys have never watched this before, I'm going to show you how to work on some corners and things like that tonight. We'll do a lot. I kind of picked out a little bit of everything. So what I want to do here, my friends, is I don't want to, I just want to get it a little bit damp. So I'm going to use the side of if you can see what I'm seeing, it's like split like that. So I just want to get this a little bit damp because I feel that if I push this back down, just like with my fingernail or with whatever, I feel like I could crack the paint off. So if I get it a little bit damp, in theory, if I get it a little bit damp, it moves a little bit easier for me. And this isn't just for whatever this modern era football card like this. This is you can do this on all kinds of paper cards. Think anything from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. And I mean, even stuff like this today. But now I just want to put a penny sleeve over it so I don't pick it off. And I'm going to show you my next step here. I use my card tool. And I just want to do the words, you guys, I can pass on are like strategic touches of card spray and then sculpting it with this. All right. So just kind of visualize what you're doing. And when you do it, you don't have to do it through a phone or whatever, just chill out. If it's something new to you, just take your time with it. And just get some stuff like this. Just get some cards that are not on the high end. Just get comfortable with it. I tell you this, if you guys can just commit and sit down and do a bunch of cards, even if you have a bunch, because for example, let me just tell you this real quick, because this is meant to be, educational in a lot of ways, but I want to tell you this because I was talking to one of my buddies, Scott, today. And Scott, if you're on here, Scotty, good to see you. We were talking about card care, and we were talking about stuff like this. And we were specifically talking about scratch removal. And he was being hard on himself. He's like, hey, man, I'm having a hard time getting some of these scratches out, this and that. And I said, well, if you got 20 Chrome cards with factory, I'm talking factory stuff. So, because I don't know what happens afterwards with factory. I said, Scotty, if you got 20 of those out, I bet you I could get 10. I bet you I could bat 500 on those. And he was like, oh, I thought you could get every single one of them. I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, there's no reason to make a bunch of videos that are duds that nobody else to watch where I just crash at the end. So remember, you guys, all the stuff that I do well, it's because I try a bunch. Way more videos do not get made than get made. And that's just the facts. You know what I mean? So don't be hard on yourself. And if you're, just have fun. Have fun with it. I never work on a card do or die, dude. You better rock this or, you're in trouble. It's just have fun. Have a good time. And don't put much pressure on yourself. But the point is, gorge on it. Work on projects that work out. Work on projects that don't work out. It's almost like feeding yourself a bunch of data that as long as you get it in, you're going to know how to use it. You're going to be able to shop for stuff wiser. You're going to be able to look at issues on cards and go, yeah, I've worked on stuff just like that before. I could get it like that much better. Or, dude, I can get that all the way out. Just go nuts. Have fun. Work on everything. That would be the ticket. and realize that even on a good day with like corners, stuff like that, you know, I can't do anything with these things if all the paint's gone, you know? So even when I'm picking this stuff out, I'm looking like, could I teach with this? Would this be a good example? Could I teach? You know what I mean? So sometimes you guys, like, I know card collectors, I know you. We're competitive freaking people. You know what I mean? So it's like you want to win all the time. I get it. That's what makes us a good group. That's why we all kind of click. We're all kind of wired that way. But just be give yourself some grace, because it's not you or your technique. Sometimes this shit don't work out. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up, because I bring that up because here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to get out some good stuff right away and you make a mistake or you don't do a good job and you're like, I'm done with this. That's the worst way to go about doing anything. Keep sitting in your little card chair. Keep working on them. You'll love it, and it'll be a skill you'll always use. But that's kind of like what I was thinking about. You know what I mean? So just stay consistent, and not everything is always going to go like the right way. But it's like what's Wayne Gretzky say? You know, you miss every shot you don't take. You know, so I'd rather take the shot. So what I was doing, guys, while we were just yakking, I just wanted that to sit for a second too, because like after I push a corner into place with moisture, I want to make sure that it goes back down. All right, let's see. So we do have a little chip of paint at the end, okay? But here's what I want you guys to watch from here. Do you see how we put that little bit of card spray in there and it's like got that corner now a little bit puffy? It's like it's not sightly. You'd look at that and go, oh, I don't want it to look like that. Here's what you do. You just let it dry and it'll be just fine. So here's the thing. What you guys could do is you'd see something. Let me get the light on it. See like how it got a little bump in there? You could see that and go, oh man, I got to smash this down now. No. If you smash it, man, it's going to turn into like thin is like, you're going to hurt it. So my point is, let that corner just like that, just let it sit now. It's going to tighten up and it'll be good. Let's do another one on here though. Let's see. These are all common things that, you know, these are the most common things you guys will send me when it comes to questions like, but it'll be like, hey man, I got a $2,000 card and I got that on the corner. What do you do? So let's just pretend, man. Let's pretend that's it, you know? And let's give it a swing. So what I want to do is we're going to go on this one, and then we're going to keep moving along here. Let's do one more corner. So you guys, I don't think that this corner, I'm going to show you how to do one without any card spray. So let's get rid of the card spray. This little ding right here it's definitely, if like you're a person that wanted to get a card graded, that's a corner that would give you, you know, a deduction of a point or so, right? So let's put this down like this. And I don't even think I need to do a whole lot to this one. This one, guys, looks like I could just use the tool. And I always start going up the north and, it looks east and west to you guys. But I always start going up the north and south edge. And then I'm not pressing hard. It's like I'm sculpting. I'm just barely touching it. I want to feel the bump under. This is a weird one, you guys, but like, it's almost like if you guys like fishing, you know, like when you're reeling in, you can literally almost feel what the bait is doing on the end, you know, because you're not like being like heavy-handed fisherman. You feel it, you know. Same kind of deal when you're working on cards like this. Don't just be like smash, smash, smash. Just gentle. Just feel it, and then you feel it with your finger too. Now, like right now, I don't feel any bump. It feels nice and like in place to me. So let's just take a look. Oh, come on, camera phone. Okay, getting better. I still see a little bit of a ding on the front. Yeah, a little bit there. So now what I'm going to do is we'll do a little touch of moisture from our leftover card spray. I'm going to do the exact same thing like that. And that's it. No, nothing. And then when you work on corners too, guys, it's a good idea to just do on a paper card like this. Just do both sides. And that's it. And if you just do that a couple passes over, I just realized that this black card is hard to see corner work on. But you see we got that little bit of puff of card spray in there? What I'll do is we'll just put this down and you guys will see that little puffiness, like that puffiness in the bottom starting to already dry up and go away. Do that. Just work on those corners like that. Feel free to use your penny sleeve over it. I love working on edges and corners. So feel free, you guys, to even get some. And like even if you got your tool, you could like bash some of these up and just try it. You know what I mean? So pretty cool, right? Easy to do. If you got paint missing, my friends, how many times did I answer that one? Like, right? If you got the black is gone, it's gone. I can't bring that back. So now here's something that has been on my mind and I've been asked a lot. Two things. Good old modern cards with big like factory indentations on them. You know, they suck. They do, don't they? And I don't really know what else to honestly tell you guys besides you kind of got to soak it. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to do with something like this. I could tell you, you know, you can put it in, let's say like the humidor. You know, you could put it in humidity for a long time. I mean, but it would be literally like a long time, you know? So I think that tonight what I wanted to do is, because I get a lot of questions about soaking a modern card, was let's soak it. I got the hot tub time machine over here. So let's do this. And what I want to do is I wanted to warm up the card spray here just because I figured why the heck not? Let's just see if it gets in there faster. And what I want to do, guys, is get this card soaked, get the dent out of the back, dry the card, and still have a texture that looks like this. That's what I want to do, okay? And in shell, it would be very similar. If you guys watch my Josh Allen video, I'm going to do this almost the exact same way. But what I need to do is we're going to watch this card and we're going to watch it soak. So we're going to come over here and do a couple other cards, but we need to keep an eye on this, okay? So let's move this over kind of like to the main stage. Let's bring the hot tub time machine to the main stage. There we go. And we're going to work, let's work this way now, because I got some more stuff I want to show you guys, but I want to keep an eye on this, okay? And so that's the deal. I want to soak this, get the dent out, and wait, there's more. There's more. It's got this on the front too. That factory, whatever you call it. I call it like a crescent because I can't even replicate that. You know, I can't make that mark. And you guys, if you've ever asked me a question, you know the answer to this one is I'll say it's permanent, it's permanent, it's permanent. But part of my thought process on this one is, since we're going to soak it, let's just soak it. Since we're going to soak it, during the drying process, I'm wondering if I use the heat press, could I potentially get that plastic to move? So my friends here, if you've never seen a modern era card soak or like a, you know, Bowman chrome soak, here's what we're going to do. We're going to let this card soak in here and I'm going to watch it fill up. And I'm going to show you what that looks like when I get a little bit more action over there, okay? So what I want to do is let's come back over here. Now, one of my requests, you guys, and thanks for the requests for stuff you'd like to see on Wednesday Night Live. I appreciate that. Hey, Jack. Jack asked me a question. He said, Kurt, is the card tool good for fuzzy edges? Jack, do you know that you can put painter's tape, blue painter's tape around your finger and touch the edges of like chrome cards? It will get all the fuzz off if you have around chrome cards, if that's what you're asking, Jack. If it's something different, shoot me a picture, brother. You know, I'll always take a look. But you guys, here's my request, a viewer request, and I love those, so thank you for those. The viewer request was, hey, Kurt, can you demonstrate the right way and wrong way to use recovery scratch remover, this, on a reverse holographic Pokemon? Because as Pokemon collectors, you guys might know this already. You know, like when you look at the reverse holographic, it's very similar to the holographic square, like on the normal holographic cards, but they do seem like a little less protected. They don't seem to have the same kind of like just composition, I guess, is something up there. So they are a little bit more fragile. So I grabbed two of the scratchiest ones I could find, and we're gonna ruin one, okay, guys? I want to show you what not to do, and then I'm going to show you what to do. Okay, so we did this last week with some Naruto cards, and I got a lot of good feedback on that. So let me show you what to do and what not to do. So we're going to ruin this one with not following directions, okay? So let's just pretend that you bought Recovery and you just didn't learn how to use it, you know, and that would suck, obviously. So all of you watching this aren't going to make this mistake, you know what I'm saying? But I want to show you guys something that you can do. So like, let's start off with what not to do, okay, guys? So this is the card that's we're gonna give this one all the love we can, and we're gonna mess up this one, okay? So we're gonna put a little bit of Recovery on the applicator. So check it out. This part's all fine and dandy, and I'm all good. I'm doing this little. I'm gonna do a little bit of what you do and what you don't do. So far, no problems. Okay, no problems. All good. And I'm not pushing hard or anything like that. I'm just gently massaging the rough surface. Okay, and as you guys can see, there's no sort of foil coming off or anything. So if I just removed this right now, we'd probably be just fine. But we're not going to do that. We're going to mess it up for the sake of demonstration. So if you guys ever see me use Recovery with a cotton, it's awesome on sports cards. You can buff them sweet, you know, because a chrome sports card has a very sturdy, strong surface. This is much thinner. So watch this. Don't do this. Do not use cotton to buff TCG cards, or you will mess it up, and I'll show you how you do it. So I'm going to go real heavy-handed too, okay, guys? So I'm going to start pushing hard here. I'm pushing way too hard. This is not how you do it, and that will happen. So fail. And it will, you know, you don't want that. You don't want to pull the paint off. But you will if you do that, okay? So let me show you how easy it is to avoid this. So now we're going to get Meowth. You know, I was always wondering how you guys know all the names of the Pokemon characters. A friend of mine that's 10 years younger said, dude, there was a freaking show. We watched the show. I'm like, huh, you guys. I'm like, dude, how do you guys learn all these names? I'm like, it's like, they're the hardest ones for me to look at. I'm like, what's up? So now check it out. So now you guys, I want to show you how to use Recovery without screwing it up. All right. So now we can use the same applicator, and I want you to see something. So let's take a look, because I want you to see how nice this stuff works. Let's get the scratches visible. Okay. You guys see all the scratches in the surface in here? This is a very scratched up card. Okay, so now you can still use Recovery, but we're not going to leave the safety of the applicator, because this applicator is soft and foamy, and it's not abrasive, and it's not adding. It's just kind of let the Recovery do the work, and don't push. I think that I've seen like cheesy products before that are like, don't work. Let the product do the work for you. But it's kind of like exactly like that. Like I'm not scrubbing. I'm using a little more Recovery. I'm just making surface contact and moving around. And I want to show you guys something. See, we're not pulling any of the silver off. And that's good for me. Like that's a full round. That's fine. And like when I'd use the microfiber, I'm also going to buff. I'm buffing it off in circles, lightly. Okay. And now, look at that. That's freaking solid. Can you see my phone in it now? Like, that's dope, isn't it, you guys? And that did not cause any freaking damage. So, and it only took 30 seconds. That's how you use it. So do that. Don't do this. Cool? So I always get out like cards like this, you guys, and just do like, this is what I do when you're not hanging out with me. I'm like, I try to figure this stuff out because I freaking care so much about the success that you guys have that I don't want to leave you hanging. All right. So remember, my gaming friends, just stick to your applicator and stick to this, and don't be a bodybuilder. Just touch it. Just do tight little circles, man. Looks freaking brand new. You know, it's like, it's great. Thank you for the request, you guys. That was a good request. I like that one. Yeah, Sam, do it, man. You know, and like the nice part about this stuff, you guys, and like if you just have your cards are in pretty good shape, you can sit here and bust out a whole stack of these, listen to some tunes, have fun, just chill out, kick it for the day. You know, it's like Pokemon stuff. That's what got me into Pokemon stuff, was my customers liking to clean it up, and then sure enough, I started doing it. And I'm like, oh, these are fun. I enjoy them. I want to tell you guys something. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you guys, like, it's in the thing my buddy Justin said, sometimes people don't understand the difference between abrasive stuff. Like, that is, you got to be, the things, your variables, like how much surface area, what are you using? How much power are you using? Because I've had some customers reach out to me and say, hey, Kurt, how do I get more success out of recovery? I want to get a Bowman Chrome card cleaned up. Well, the Bowman Chrome, man, you got to use one of these and you got to scrub on a Bowman Chrome because the surface is so tight and shiny. And it's hard to, they're thick, the TCG cards, not so much. Okay, my friends, let me take a look here. I'm trying to look here and see how saturated our baseball card is. Dang, I think it went quick. I'm looking, you guys, for a circle on the back. Usually, I think that the card already saturated. Was I talking that long? Does anybody got a time for me? I look down and it's like it's already, I think it already filled all the way back, or it already filled in. Okay, well, let's change gears all of a sudden here, you guys, because I look down and I'm like, what I was trying to see is, I thought it was, when a card like this gets wet, it slowly creeps in from the edges and goes all the way to the center. And I watch it. So check this out. Remember the big dent we had on the top? The big dent is now gone. Let me show you guys. If you're just joining us, then I don't know if I'm just having fun. And 8 minutes? Jeez. That was fast as hell, you guys. Let me show you where we started. So this is where we started. Had that big old dent in it. Okay? And I soaked it. And now it's like I can see where the dent, that line was right there, but it's already soaked. That's usually, guys, what a dent looks like after it gets soaked. It's like you can still see a trace of it. Wow, that was the fastest saturation I've ever had on a modern card. Usually, guys, it takes 20 minutes. So, well, sometimes they go faster. The only thing that I changed here tonight was I got the card spray warm. So maybe if you guys are ever having a hard time getting a card to saturate, maybe the warm card spray made a big impact. So we're going to bail. We're going to come back to these two, you guys, but let's just get this thing drying, because here's what I want to do. And I think warming the fluid made that happen. That's wild. I've never had a card soak that fast. And I'm like looking at it right now. So if you guys are familiar with what I'm doing, like the front of these cards always stay the same because it's plastic. It's not going to change. Hopefully I can get this little dent out. We'll try. But the point is, usually it takes about 20 minutes for the whole back to fill up with card spray. I warmed it, and it literally got in there real quick and got rid of that dent. But now we got to dry it. And this is the part that usually takes a while. So this is the part that I want to get better at. So here's my standard. And it's good. Maybe I'm just trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist. And trust me, as an overthinker, I'm very good at trying to solve problems that don't exist. I know that some people that just watch this were like, yep, that's him. Like my closest friends. But let me show you how we're going to pad this up and hold it. I'm not going to be able to heat press it right now. Here's why. If I put this in the heat press right now, it's going to like cook it. It's full of card spray. It's heavy. I got to get, here's what I'm going to bring you guys with me. We're going to watch, you're going to see this whole thing. So don't worry, you're not going to miss it. But I'm going to have to like hold it and get the, I'm going to have to hold it and try to get the, as much card spray out of it first. And then I'm going to heat press it probably in the next couple days, because if I put it in there right now, it's just gonna like steam up and get all messy and nasty. You guys want to see something I got in the heat press? I'm all over the place tonight, but I soaked a Pokemon card today and heat pressed it just to see if it would look good. So I'm all over the place, but when the ideas come, I just try to roll with them. But let's lock this thing up, okay? So we're gonna start the drying process. And when it's like a couple days from now, it's going to feel most of the way dry. But I'm going to finish it in the press and just see if I can press out that damn dimple in the front of it, because I have so many people show me these factory issues. If you open up a new pack of cards, you guys, and you get a good card with this dent in it, reach out to the manufacturer right away and say, hey, can you make me a new card? Most people don't know about that. And at least as a customer, you can always try that. If it's a couple years old and you don't have any recourse like that, you just got to live with it. Or if I figure out some way to bump it out, I'll teach you. You know what I mean? But mainly I want to working the bumps off the back. And if we can get the one off the front, sweet. I'll take a twofer anytime. You know, but let me show you guys how to hold this and how to start the drying process. Because getting it wet, easy. It took 8 minutes, right? We didn't even do nothing involved with getting it wet. Maybe the heat showed you that it goes a lot faster that way. But let me flip this around. You guys I love all the questions. I'm sorry that I'm slow on the questions tonight. I promise that if my buddies are watching, so they'll answer you. If you guys got anything for me that I didn't personally answer, send me a message. I'll answer it, because I really appreciate all you guys, and I don't want you to think that I'm not appreciative. I sometimes just have a hard time reading them all on the bottom of the phone, and even though I look over here to the left of me, it's still sometimes hard. But hit me up. I'm good with service. I'm a good customer service person. I'll write you back, or I probably won't write you. You'll probably hear my voice. I'll be like, hey, do this, this, and this. All right. So let me flip this thing around, and I'll show you the drying process. Okay. So that was pretty cool that it saturated so quickly. And I just need to get a couple tools here, you guys, and we'll start the drying. A couple mats is actually what I'm looking for. So here's what I want you guys to do. I call soaking a modern card kind of like the Hail Mary because of all the tough time and effort that goes into it. But sometimes it's just what needs to be done, you know? So here's how I start the drying process. The chamois does not go on the back of these cards. I put it on the front because it's plastic. And this doesn't change. So I put it like this, and you might be going, well, why do you put it on the front? Because when we put this on the back, we're going to start pushing this card together. We're going to hold it. Now the chamois material is going to come around the side, and it's going to touch the wet side, and it's going to pull all the card spray out. Okay? So that's it. That's exactly what we're going to do. And the card sandwich with a little bit of cheese for the drying. And let me just grab a different one. Okay, I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to hold this, you guys, like this till tomorrow. And then I know that the chamois is the word I'm looking for, will be completely saturated by that time. All right, so what I'm going to do is what I want you guys to do after a card soak, clip it up. that back of that card right now is super tender and super soft. So the best thing to do is keep the black chamois flat and smooth on it. And then, the black mat flat and smooth on it. The chamois on the other side, and it's going to pull the moisture out. The other thing I was talking about the heat press is I'd like to be able to like hold it like this ideally for like a day. Here's my goal. Hold it like this for like a day, and then maybe put it in the heat press for like a certain amount of time at a certain temperature, and then you let it rest and it's done like in a day and a half, 2 days. I would like to do that, okay? So that's kind of, I could always just rest on my current systems and just keep them there. But if I would have done that, man, I would have never come up with some of the stuff that I shared with you guys, So maybe it goes somewhere, maybe it doesn't, but that's just what was on my mind. Because I tell you, you guys hit me up like every day with dents in the back of these modern era cards. And of course, I'll always show you the soak video, but I always have to like qualify the shit out of it. I'm like, only do this if you're like down to like sit over it, watch it over it. Don't do it on an expensive card right away. Practice, But you guys, I care about your stuff that much. You know what I mean? I'm happy that you trust our products and teachings, but man, my biggest concern is you jump on something real quick that you don't know how to do, and you screw up, and then you're gun shy, and then you like talk yourself out of it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? So that's just why take your time, have fun, practice, have a good time. So that's exactly right, Shell. My buddy Michelle wrote chamois on the front for the plastic cards, chamois on the back for the vintage cards. That's exactly right. I put the chamois on the back of the vintage cards because I like to pull the moisture out of the back side versus the clean picture on the front. All right, I got more for you. Let me show you guys what else I got picked out. And so next here, my friends, I bought this next card because I never had one before. And since I'm very comfortable telling you guys how little I know about all the characters of Pokemon and all that stuff, but I'd like to tell you that, I'm a fan of the materials, and that's, you guys don't need me to teach you about Pokemon cards, just teach you how to take care of them and what works and what doesn't. So I'll keep learning about the characters and how to pronounce their names and everything from you guys, and I'll show you how I take care of them and get them looking good. So that's our deal. And then here's what I'm thinking. So I saw this online on an auction site, and I thought, 1995, it's a 7. So then I looked at this, and I'm like, so here's my auction view, right? I'm like, it looks good. It looks nice and centered. I can't see much. And then I looked at the back, and I thought, okay, I zoom in I use my auction zoom in buttons. And I couldn't see anything wrong with it. So I'm like, all right, that's a good card for a 7. Let's buy it. Because I'm always curious, like, what grading companies think a 7 is. So then, I bought it and I cracked it out. And here, you guys, here's all I found, okay? So I cracked it today. Follow the light. Let's watch the light. Watch the flat light. There, that's all I see that there when I get up into that corner. I got like a bend right there, and then like an indented line going across like the green. So that's a PSA 7. And you can see it's kind of bent at the top. So that's it. Is it the 1995? It's wrong? Well, maybe you got it wrong. But what I want to do, and my buddy Justin just said, Kurt, the 1995 is an error label. Yeah, see, look, even the grading companies get them wrong. So I thought 1995 was early for it. But anyways, you guys, this is what I did. I cracked it open. That's all I found. That constitutes a 7. So let me show you what I think we should do. And I bet you you guys can already guess what we're gonna do, and that's fine. But the thing is, I saw it and I thought it was cool, and I've never worked on this card before, so I was like, I figured it had a dent or something. You know, I figured, so like, I'm like, let's give it a shot. So here's what I want to do, my friends. Let's do the standard. I'm just going to do a little bit of card spray. We'll do. Yeah, I got to get it pumping. I don't like that spray. Starting over. That's enough. 2 card sprays is fine, in my opinion, on this. That's good. So, Japanese, Nido Queen, you stay there for the night. We do this. I bet you guys, like, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think by tomorrow it should be good. I mean, it doesn't look too challenging. You know what I mean? So, I wish that I had more to show you on the Nido Queen, but that's really, you guys, kind of like, I guess, hopefully a good tip. You know, like, it was a 7. I mean, I don't know if this is a very valuable card. I can't even remember. I can't even remember how much the cost was, but I just bought it based on my metric of, all right, the number's low, which brings the price down, but the eye appeal looks good. So since I don't see any missing paint or anything like that, it's probably a dent. It was. And I'm like, and I know how to fix those. So that makes it a fun PSA 7 to buy. And I appreciate PSA and these grading companies because, you know, for card care people like us, I love they put a little number up there because, you know, and usually PSA is like stingier than they have to be. I don't even really know if their grades are that accurate because, like, that's a 7. Fine, great. Grade them low because, you know, I think there's a lot of room for improvement there. So we'll see. But that's it. That's all I'm doing to this card. So if it was a 7 because it had a bunch of goobers stuck to it and a bunch of crap I had to get off, we'd be sitting here tonight, guys, and I'd be doing this, this, and this, but seriously, that was like 30 seconds. I spent more time talking about it than doing anything. Don't go anyway. You guys want to watch 2 basketball cards? Let's do some 90s stuff, all right? So, yeah, Justin, if you run into one of those, any new cases or anything like that, feel free to show me a picture. If it's like the normal case, some PSA cases, you guys, are hard plastic and they're like crispy and they're easy to break. Some are like rubbery and they're easy to break too. But you know, if you guys need any slab cracking stuff, you guys can always send me a picture and I'll show you one. You know, I used to be nervous of those. So like, you guys, if you're new to cracking slabs, take your time and like, ask some questions, or, you know, usually it's not just me. I'm sure there's lots of people that make videos about how to crack a slab, but it's important to watch some of that type of stuff first because I hate to tell you guys this, but just with the size of our company and like what the amount of people we talk to, every day I get a message of somebody showing me a card that they used a big screwdriver and they screwed up a card. Every single day I get a picture like that. So you guys, just I use a screwdriver to get into some of like these. I did some SGC slabs I broke open today. They just have a little slab, like they're like 2-piece. They go together. You just put your screwdriver there and turn it, and they pop right open. Tile crimper with the flat nose, real easy. Just watch some videos, you guys. Don't screw up. Don't be afraid to crack open a slab, but don't just go out and try to figure it out without watching how to do it. There's tons of people that make videos that will show you how to do it. All right, let's do some basketball cards. So I saved some of my favorites. So, yeah, and you guys, I've screwed up cards taking them out of slabs too, because like you, I'm a person that touches cards, you know, and even times I've tried, there was times where the slab cracked, man, and it went into a card. But you know what? I got super freaking pissed off, I'll tell you that. I've messed up a Jordan rookie card in a screw-down case before. I've messed up great cards in slabs. But I had to have a conversation with myself and said, you know what, dude? Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Because how many times have you made the cards look so much better and just, you know, increase the value so many times? And you know what? This time where, you know, you screwed up, you know, pat yourself on the butt and move on. You know what I mean? And that was, you know, it sucks because you just get so mad at yourself and you replay it a bunch of times. But, you know, just know you're going to make a lot more improvements than not. So check this one, you guys, out. Remember I was talking about the other day about maintenance on the cards as they get old, they get weird stuff on them. You guys want to see a card that this gets mysterious stuff on them? And you're going to find this, and I'm going to give you an example of this. These. What are these? 96, 97 Skybox? 97. If you guys collect these, there's some badass cards that come out of these. But look at the fronts of these cards. Look at Kemp. They grow like a film, you guys. Look at Sean's name. Good news, they're easy to clean. But if you guys are basketball collectors and you know you're going through your old stuff and you're getting like, you know what, we're gonna get some of these graded, man. I love Sean Kemp. You guys clean these things off. I never trashed my basketball cards, and I've had these for ages. And look at, they just get that film on them. And it's a lot of it, you guys, is because of these crappy old sleeves. So get rid of old sleeves and clean up your cards. I think card spray would probably take care of this, but I'm going to get some card polish just in case too. But let me do this one, you guys. Something I want you to watch, because I'm thinking I'll look for Skybox cards, and I'll especially look for the writing, because I would have to agree, or I'd have to come to the thought that if you have really messed up writing, that it would be a deduction, right, on a score, like on a grade. So, if you notice that, I just used a little bit of our card spray on a cotton, and we'll just do half of it, okay? So let's just see. Oh, we got some clingers up here on the top, but watch this at the bottom. Can you guys see that? See how it says Sean? And as soon as I did half the K, the rest is like that. Pretty cool, right? And then Skybox Premium looks good, and then we'll do the SH and the A. %100% gone. And the whole card has that white film on it, but you can see it on the gold way better. And the thing is, if you didn't see it on the gold, you guys, and you sent this card in to get graded, and it comes back a 6, and you're like, what the hell, man? These grading companies suck. Sometimes you can say that, but other times, man, they're just getting in there. So look, I want to show you guys something. I'm having a hard time. Do you see Kemp's face? And it's just like, look at his armpit area. It's almost like the penny sleeve material is there. When I rub my and now, you guys, I'm not using recovery. We're using card polish, cleaning polish. You don't use recovery. Teaching moment. You don't use recovery on a paper card from the 90s with gold foil on it. That would be one of those demonstrations where you mess it up. So I don't want to mess this up, because I actually like Sean Kemp a lot. This was like when we were kids, man, we all tried to dunk like Sean Kemp on our 6-foot adjustable backyard basketball hoops while listening to Warren G. And if you don't know, now you know. Yo, man, I love that we got a message that says, I generally find using card care to be therapeutic. I do too, man. So look, check it out. Now that's cool as hell, isn't it? And if any young guys are on here, don't know Sean Kemp, go watch, go watch some clips. This guy was a beast. He was freaking awesome. He was so awesome. He was so aggressive. He's like cool, nice guy, but he was badass. He was a tough guy. 90s basketball is really good. And like, man, I tell you what, we'd collect these, play some Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, go outside, play 3-on-3 with my friends, and then we'd ride our bikes to whatever store we could ride our bikes to buy basketball cards. And man, lucky to have those memories. That's like my stand by me memories, you know. And then let me show you guys this one. Same deal here. And I love this card. I got this, you guys, at the National just a couple days ago, and it was in like the 20, like in the cheapie box. It was just in a box of cheapies, and I don't know if Allen Iverson doesn't have much of a resale value, but I freaking love Allen Iverson. And When I looked at it, I know that looks like a chip, you guys, but I don't think it's a chip. I just think it's like I think it's this. I think it's these things. Yeah, that's exactly right. So like, yeah, then like when you got Sean Kemp cards when we were young, it was like getting a Michael Jordan card or one of those guys because it was like he was sweet. And the thing was, I'm in Detroit. Kemp was a Seattle Supersonic. So it was like different time zones, no internet. So like I got in Detroit, I'd see Detroit and Chicago stuff all the time. But like the West Coast was unique and it was different, so it was like special to see those guys. But yeah, look at this. I thought this is an Allen Iverson rookie too. And I got this in like the dollar box. I'll pay $1 for it. I mean, I don't know how much of a cleanup job, but I looked at the corners and edges and I'm like, dude, the people that watch my channel love Allen Iverson. The back doesn't have one freaking like goober on it. It's a fun if you guys notice that. Like same with like the Kemp card, but the fronts, man, they get it. So I'm gonna try to do the exact same thing. I use these freaky lights like this, you guys, because you can see everything, So let me try here. Oh man, I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, born and raised in the Motor City, man, and my family was all moved to this country, all to be auto workers, man. So I definitely am proud of the hardworking people I come from. That is for damn sure. So, and if you guys have never been to Detroit, I just noticed that the card show, the National is coming to Detroit in 2028, man. So you guys got to come. You got to come hang out. Earlier in the show, I was like, man, I'm going to have a party. I'm going to have all you guys come over to my house. We'll hang out. We'll roll together. And we'll play Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. And we'll listen to, like, tapes. And it will be great. So I'm just going to use card spray again, you guys. And see if we can get that thing off. I want to be real careful with this. It's so shiny and foily. I don't want to. I'm so paranoid about scratches. Do you know that I don't even really know this card. Topps 50th NBA. It's not a chrome card. It looks like a chrome. It just must be a special card from that year that came in like a foil. And good Lord, is a fingerprint freaking magnet. I'll tell you that. I'm making a little progress, you guys. Nah, we gotta do better than that. Please don't be scratched. I'm gonna use card polish, you guys. It might be some sort. If it's sticky crap from plastic, remember, anything sticky, card polish is good with sticky crap. Dude, Denver, I got rid of all my mixtapes, and I was a DJ for so many years, and I had all my music collection, man. I wish I could go back and save it. I just, I figured, but then part of me is like, what, every single thing now is just like on your phone. But I was walking around in like at the National, and I'm like online looking at stuff for sale. Man, there's like tapes, cassette tapes and CDs like engraded. I don't know if it's PSA, but it's like companies that grade CDs and tapes and stuff, and I'm like, geez, man, that's kind of cool. Like I almost like thought I wanted a Nirvana tape, but then I had to take a quick think, and I'm like, what the hell am I going to really do with this? And I know you could say the same about basketball cards, but I got a shit ton of the basketball cards already, so I ain't turning around. Oh yeah, my wife will appreciate 1,000 people showing up. She's cool. She's fun. She's married to me, and you guys know me as the card care guy. And I'm glad you know me as the card care guy, but I used to be hard to handle. So my wife and my mother are saints. So yeah, maybe I won't have 1,000 people over, but yeah, if it wasn't for my wife and my mom, I wouldn't be here making a card care show for you right now. Yeah, you guys, I got somebody asked me a question that said, is there a way to get scratches or save scratches? For sure, man. Tonight I'm just doing a live show where I just have stuff kind of pre-picked out. But I make a scratch remover, and it's good for Chrome and Prism and like most TCG gaming cards. And if you guys ever want to watch any of my work, I understand that I connect with a lot of people on Instagram and like Facebook and Meta and all that stuff. But if you guys are ever wondering, like, man, where do you even start? Like on your what's the page I'm trying to think of? Instagram page is like, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just videos. I know it's grown. So if you guys don't mind, go to my YouTube page. And if you click on the playlists, you can see like, it'll be like a TCG playlist or a Corners and Edge playlist or a vintage card playlist. So my point is, the person that's asking me about scratches, I got a whole playlist called Scratches, and it's just showing you how to get scratches out, okay? So, yo, what's going on? Josh, what up, buddy? It's good to see everybody here tonight, man. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I've made some good progress on this one, so let me, I'm going to show it to you in a second. The cleaning polish was better to use than the card spray on this one. So if you guys have some shiny, if you got some shiny basketball cards, some 50th anniversaries like this, card polish is the ticket. Let me show you. Now, I couldn't tell you how much I paid for this, and I just bought it the other day. It was in the dollars range, but it was a wise move on my behalf. I love the Allen Iverson. Check this out. Look how nice this looks. No more shitty spot on the top. That is fan-freaking-tastic. I am really happy with this. I know it's like not a big, huge money card, you guys, but to me, that's awesome. That was totally messed up at the top. So show your 90s basketball cards some love. And now, you guys, look over it one more time. I do that, this movement you see me do here, because I'm looking for streaks. It's not like, hey, look how sweet. And I guess that's kind of it, but my eye is looking at the perimeter of the card. I try to look for little streaks. Good evening, everybody, and thank you guys for joining the show tonight, man. We had a lot of people on tonight, and I appreciate it so much. So, like, that worked out. Hell yeah. And we did a lot tonight, you guys. And I always try to keep it like an hour so you don't have to stay too long. I think I nailed it. It's about an hour. So let's review. If you're just joining, don't worry. I'm going to have this saved. I think it's worth the watch tonight. You guys want to see a bunch of projects I got going on? Like, this is what I'm doing over here. So that's my table, one of my tables. I got like a bunch of card sandwiches over there. So I got some cool videos I'll show you guys coming up. I'm working on a variety of different things. Oh, I know what I want to show you. I got a Pokemon card and the heat press. If you guys want to see it, we'll do it as the end piece. All right. Let me get my Allen Iverson out here. But let me tell you guys. Let's review, because as you know, I can get sidetracked easy. Tonight we did. Let's look at our list. We did our 90s basketball. So if you guys want to check that out, those were the last couple things we did. Simple maintenance, card care, but it was sweet because it was all age spots and shit that gets on cards and stays on there that you don't even do. It just grows and the film just comes on them. That was the case with both of these, because neither one of them they've been in cases for 30 years or whatever, you know what I mean? I got a couple requests. I'm going to read them, I promise. Then we did the edges. I did some edges. So you guys, I'll show the before and after pictures. Hindsight, I picked out this card to do edges on. It's a black card. Aiden Hutchinson, one of our Lions. It's hard to see. I was noticing it was hard to see, but I'll show you guys some pictures. You know what I mean? We did a Pokemon demo tonight where we ruined one. Too much polish. All right, so I wanted to show you how to ruin a card and how to safely do it. So it's on there. All right, and then I bought that PSA 7 Nido Queen that I learned is not really from 1995, but actually from 1997. And I'm going to give you guys a follow-up on that. So we're going to follow up on a couple things, and I'll show you these pictures afterwards. But let me take a look up here. Don't go anywhere. I got something for you. Good question. So Cameron said, how often do you replace your black mats? These ones right here, Cam, that I'm like using to clean cards on, you see that? You can start seeing some like card polish on it. I'll use this probably a couple more times and I throw it away. And then over here, I'll show you guys something. So like over here, I got piles of them, okay? and those are for the drying process. So I don't get those mixed up. I keep the ones that I do for drying away from the ones that I do for polish, because I just throw these things away. Okay. Yes, I'll show you guys some stuff I got at the National. Absolutely, I will. What do you use for a heat press? I'll show you. It's this. So that's my heat press. And you guys want to see what's inside? This was me earlier trying to come up with something special and fun and new. So let's see how I did. So I'll explain that here in a second. So that's what I was doing today. I was I think going to the National made me like a little bit inspired to come back and work. Honestly, going to the National made me a lot of things. Made me feel super fortunate to be able to have a job I love and a company I love. And be like, even everything is work. Everything's hard. You know, I think like whatever job you have is everything's hard. Being broke is hard. Being successful is hard. You know, doing anything is kind of hard. So it reminded me to like choose your hard. So like I was at the National and I just found through my lens, I was not a vendor. I was not selling anything. I was just walking around. And I'll tell you what, it was a wonderful experience. It was awesome. It was super fun. It was cool to see a bunch of people not thinking about a bunch of other things at once. Like everybody's just hanging and having a good time, you know. And I did find that the vendors were very polite. You know, I go to a lot of Detroit area card shows. Some people suck at these booths. They don't even look up, man. They're playing on their phone. And it's like trying to sell me some overpriced shit while you're playing on your phone. Good luck, you know. So like the National vendors, I think had like a good vibe that they wanted to be there. And they were busy, man. I give all you people working that floor a lot of credit, because you guys were there from like early to late, like all week. You know what I mean? So I'll show you guys some National stuff. It's not let me show you. I got one hanging up. So you guys, this is one thing I got from the National. And this is one of my favorite original photographs of all time. This is Jim Morrison from The Doors, the lead singer of The Doors. I grew up in a very musical family, and this was by Joel Brodsky. This is the Young Lion shoot, and this is an authentic shots with markups from their albums and stuff like that. I think that Jim Morrison is probably, like, that image defined a generation, you know, like that's as rock and roll as it gets. And I also love Kurt Cobain, and I have some Type 1 stuff that was used. Like that one is with his daughter, and it's kind of macabre. I know that you kind of look at that and go, man, well, that's, you know, but it reminded me, that Cobain picture reminds me of like what's important. You know, you can be rich and successful and be a rock star, you know, but like if you don't take care of yourself first and take care of your family, man, it's just not going to last, you know. And sadly, that was, you know, the prophecy for Cobain, because it would have been cool to see him live and produce more music. He seemed like such a powerful guy at just such a young age. But then I did get some cool. I want to show you guys something. Remember when I said to you that wiping off. Oops. Sorry, you guys. I hope I'm still there. Let me know if I'm still there. I accidentally thought I hung up on you. So remember when we were doing the when I cleaned that gold off, and I said I think that could be the difference between a 10 or a 9 or whatever. So check this out, you guys. See this Kobe Bryant card I picked up? 9. Okay? The card looks perfect in all the areas, but look at this. See the film? Just like that was on Gary Payton. So it could be a 9 for something else they claim they saw, but I tell you what, that's why I'm real picky about. See, now you can see it. There's all the film on there. So that's just kind of like what stuck out to me. So then I'll grab you guys. Hang tight for me. I'll wrap up quickly, I promise, but I'll show you, because I did not get a ton of cards from the National. I'm not good at buying cards in person. I'm very slow. But look at, here's what I did get. Here, let me take these out. I got, some of them are in wrappers and stuff like that, but I got some cool stuff. I got 1966 Batman, and I like this one because it's from the fan club, and this is from the United Kingdom. This is the small version. This is the A, B, and C Batman. I love Batman cards, okay? So I got that. And then I picked up this one, man. This is why it's cool to go to tables sometimes, because as much of a control freak as I am, I always think I know exactly what I want. But man, when I saw this image, it just was like haunting and awesome. So this is a 1939, I don't know, like German chocolate miner, something. I don't know. Maybe it's French. I'm from Michigan. But the point is, I love the art. Isn't that just, I would like, that's a tattoo I would get. Like, I love that. Like, the metaphor is so deep. So deep. I freaking love that one. All right. So that one, is that French? All right. Thank you, me, Michelle. Then this is probably one of the best 66 Batmans that I think. I love this one. Following the Clue. That's Batman and Robin to the core. Freaking love. And then what else did I pick up? Got this one. Love this. I think, it's called Let's Go, you guys. This one, so awesome. I love that card. So I picked up that because I just had to. And you know what? I don't have a nice Robin card. I got this. I got another I got that. And they're all in like high grades. So I'm like, I might do something with this one, but all the other ones I just think I'll enjoy. So that was I know that I don't buy a lot of stuff at the National. And you know what? I did. It's funny. I saw one of my buddies wrote, I'm surprised you didn't get a mantle with a crease. Do you know that it's hard to find, at least, it's hard to find damaged cards at the National. It was like, everybody's selling their Sunday best, So it was like, I did go up to a couple tables and said, hey, do you guys got any like stuff in scrapbooks or anything like that? And people are like, no, man, no. So I didn't find that much. But let me tell you what I'm going to show you right here. So be prepared not to be that impressed. But, if you like experiments, I'll show you the tail end of one. So another thing I want to learn how to do. I want to know how to get a wrinkled Pokemon card that's like shit and like get it perfectly flat. So, I've done well with Pokemon cards, but I feel like real wrinkles and stuff like that, they're hard to get out. So I got this Pokemon card and I like wrinkled it up and I card soaked it and then I heat pressed it. So let's see what the hell we got here. You know what I mean? So might as well look at it together. And I don't have and I tried it I was using aluminum plates. No good. But this, see the weird texture. It was all bent up. And I completely soaked it, dried it. I'm just trying stuff, I always experiment. That's a fail. That's a fail. Well, but you know what? That's you guys where I come up with all this stuff is by sitting here and going, what happens if I do this? What happens if I do this? What happens if I do this? So creases are very difficult. So I'm trying though, you guys, because I read Cameron wrote, I have a hard time getting those out. Me too. So I'm trying just to do simple things and I like to do simple things and get a big result, so fingers crossed to that. But you guys have been awesome. I won't keep you all night. I'm sure there's other cool stuff to watch on the internet tonight, but thanks for taking time to come over to my channel, you guys, and watching this, and thanks for being the best people in the world to work for. I can't thank you enough. You guys are the absolute best. And I'll answer whatever messages you guys sent me ASAP. And I'll be back tomorrow. And I got a couple projects and a couple videos I'm going to post here soon. I just want to look and make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, good tip about the collects people. Cool. I will check it out. Anything you guys ever have, share with me. I'm just a collector like you guys, man. I don't know it all. I'm good at card care, but all the good places to shop and find stuff, man, I'm open to all that, man. You guys are my brothers and sisters, so I'm happy to listen to you. All right, guys. Peace and love. I'll see you next week. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.